This wild writing racket we're in can be wonderful, but let's be honest, it can also be isolating. We constantly attempt to tackle these objectives, obstacles, and opportunities on our own. Sometimes we strike gold, but many times we hit roadblocks and have to navigate our journey through sheer instinct and impulse. Wouldn't it be great to get a little bit of guidance and support sometimes? Well, that is exactly what we're talking about today. You see, when I reflect on the success spikes in my own career, I realize that they always had something in common. I wasn't alone. This didn't mean that I had a co-writer at the time. Most of the screenplays that I sold or had been commissioned to write were solo tasks. But I did have two types of people in my orbit that kept me focused and propelled me to continue: a mentor and a cheerleader. For whichever stage of the screenwriter's journey you may find yourself at, there are two types of people that will always contribute and add tremendous value to your career. The cheerleader is a trusted friend, colleague, or collaborator who sees something in you that they admire. They're not always screenwriters or even creative as such, but there is a natural chemistry between you and them that just clicks. This cheerleader will be there for your successes, your failures, and your plateaus. They'll be there when you need a boost of confidence or to simply hear some zany idea that strikes your busy mind. On the other hand, a mentor is someone who you may admire, who's either a few rungs up the ladder or a decision maker who sees something in you and is willing to dedicate time and effort to helping your career. On their own, a mentor and a cheerleader can be very powerful allies. But if you're fortunate to have them at the same time, my friend, you are simply unstoppable. But before we go further, make sure you like, subscribe, and click that bell to receive even more assistance throughout your creative writing journey. Your screenwriting secret weapon, their cheerleader. A cheerleader can come in many forms. It could be an actor, a fellow writer, a bartender, or a cousin. You might not even notice that it's happening at first, but you'll have a warm, welcoming feeling when you're around them. And when you part ways, you'll feel energized and pumped to get straight to work. This is incredible fuel for your drive, something that can't be replicated on your own. You need that external belief engine to kick your ambition into the next gear. While a cheerleader can be incredible at keeping you motivated and sharp, they usually aren't the best at judging the unbiased qualities of your work, nor should they be. They look for the positives in your situation. By all means, send them a draft. They'll most likely point out what works well and encourage you to keep going, celebrating your achievements of finishing your script more than the level of craftsmanship that has been produced. The cheerleader is probably not the best at strategizing your career trajectory either. They're more of a sounding board when you need to get that jolt of confidence. Or if you get knocked on your behind, the cheerleader is there with their hand out, helping you up, and maybe throwing some shade on those ruffians who put you down to begin with. Cheerleaders are simply amazing, but they work best as one half of your support coin. To really put some strive in your drive, you'll need the other side as well: mentorship. This one could be trickier to find, and it might even involve going out of your comfort zone or putting your ego on the shelf and asking for guidance. But let me be very blunt here. Every single time I sold a script or was commissioned to write one, I had a mentor at my side. And even though I believe in my abilities, I'm not sure I could have gotten past the finish line without them. This is how incredible a mentor can be to a screenwriter. Mentors could be experienced screenwriters who have found a higher level of success than you, or they could be producers, directors, actors, agents, or decision makers who you may not work with professionally yet, but are willing to give you some time and some guidance when you need it. No question should be out of bounds for them, but at the same time, they feel a bit like a precious resource that you don't want to squander with a Googleable concern. Instead, the screenwriting mentor is more for strategy and quality. Is your screenplay really ready for the eyes of a decision maker? What should your next step be? Hell, what should your first step be? How best can you navigate an opportunity? Or is an opportunity actually too good to be true? In other words, is it a scam? We do put mentorship as a particular section in the screenwriter's journey. This is because it can be so critical at that early stage when you're just entering the industry. However, mentors are helpful at every stage, really, from your first story through navigating initial success, all the way to becoming the professional. How to get a screenwriting mentor. It's all well and good to say that you should have a screenwriting mentor, but how do you actually get one? Well, once you've identified the individual you believe could be a positive mentor for your life and career, the next step is to contact them. Is that too easy? Well, why not? Are you afraid they might say no? I think you'd be surprised at how receptive people can be when you treat them with respect and you're very clear with your request. Also, don't let the assumption of rejection derail you from trying. To quote a mentor of mine once, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. But to help you get started, here's a sample email template that you can use as a first draft. Be sure to tailor this to your own unique relationship and situation. Hello, name. I'm a screenwriter who attended a screening of your film at the blank last month. I thought it was a very thoughtful and engaging story. Amazing work. I just wanted to ask you a quick question about independent film production for a project that I'm currently working on. In regards to the first step, which would you recommend comes first? A, getting a production company on board, or B, applying for development funding as an independent screenwriter? I appreciate your time and any and all thoughts you might have regarding the question above. Kind regards, your name. As you can see from this email template above, this is in relation to meeting a producer at an event. And it isn't exclusively requesting mentorship. Instead, it's initiating communication on a very specific question that could evolve into a mentorship later. This kind of request works well with the more cold email marketing scenarios. In other words, emailing people you don't really know yet. If you'd like more screenwriter email templates, then download our ebook for free today. The link is in the description below. So for today, reflect on your current community. Is there someone in your circle who straight up has your back? Like someone who is a legit fan of your attitude, personality, style, and work. That person may just be your cheerleader. And if you have identified this person, then make it a priority to hang out with them more often. Share your thoughts and ideas with them, the struggles and the successes. Then look at your more professional network. Is there someone you met at a networking event or a festival that you had a good rapport with? Was there a lecturer from a film school who's found success? Or maybe someone you barely know but admire? These are the places you can start to search for your mentor. At the end of the day, if you're fortunate enough to have one of these champions, then you're in a great place. If you're lucky enough to have both, then there ain't no mountain high enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this chop, then I recommend you click right here and together we'll go through all the material you should have for your screenplay promotional kit. You may have the greatest script ever, but if you don't have the material to promote it, will anyone ever read it? Leap over to this chop and let's continue. My name is Chris Brennan, and until next time, keep honing those writing chops.